Bambaje. You all know.
Yes, a very good afternoon to you and welcome on Abuja City Journal online television. The main issues is an everyday program we'll bring to your hearing. And I'm Yetunde Yemi Bangoshe. And today I have with me my usual analysts. Away from politicians in the past few days, we had we sent an invitation to one person and he didn't show up. We apologize for that because we've sent in the flyers all around. We really apologize. However, today we'll be talking about something different from politics, and I have with me, as usual, my anchor person. Permit me, the law firm, to use this law balance, my learned colleague.
I hope lawyers will not drag us.
Yeah, that's why I asked for permission earlier. Thank you very much, Mr. Adebayo, for always being on the program to rescue. We appreciate you and we say thank you.
Thank
However,
you very much.
This afternoon we'll be talking about something quite different from politics and the in-thing as at today. Remember, the CBN promised to unveil the currency on December 15th, year 2020. But somehow, maybe because of agitations here and there, or reasons best known to them, they decided to fast forward the unveiling to today. And of course, that was even revealed yesterday night on the news that the unveiling will be today. And today, the Naira has been unveiled with various comments here and there. There are a lot of comments here and there. And trust Nigerians, we have made a comedy of the unveiled Naira notes. However, we have some school of thoughts that says these Naira notes were just dyed. Some said it was Snapchat and so many other things. However, Mr. Adebayo, I want to ask you today, this new unveiled Naira notes, it was just unveiled around 10:30, 11 o'clock today. This new unveiled Naira notes, does it look to you like just a color change? In the layman's language, I will say it's a color change. It's just coloring, not redesigning. The government told us they were going to redesign the Naira. And in the layman's language, redesigning means changing virtually everything on it. But lo and behold, the Naira came with just a change of color. Do you call this redesigning or coloring?
Thank you so much for asking this question. Maybe I want to stay glued to this particular specific question, whether this that happened today was a redesign or maybe recoloring or dying, as we have heard from a lot of people. First, I think I can comment on this as someone who is grounded in art, as someone who has at least formal learning in the subject of art. So I think when people talk about art, I should be able to post my notes and say a little thing about it. Yes, design does not mean that the overhaul has to be total.
Okay.
We are not talking about, the government did not tell us that they wanted to design afresh. What they said was that they wanted to redesign, or what we can also call maybe a tweak, or maybe an adjustment, or maybe whatever it is that we want to call it. And I know that, yes, people have been saying that it is color change. Even if it is color change from what it used to be to a new outlook, it's also a design. Like I told you, I said at least to some extent I can tell you that I have expertise in art. And I know that colors, lines, shapes, texture, what is the values, all those things form what we call the elements of a design. So as long as one of them has taken place, it forms a part of design. So government, in the wisdom of the Central Bank of Nigeria and the federal government, from the authorization of the president, President Muhammadu Buhari, felt that the naira as it was requires a change. And in this, the designer could have changed certain elements in the art. Maybe they moved the image to somewhere else. Maybe they changed the lettering. Maybe they changed the lines from somewhere. Whatever it is that they have done, But this time around, like all Nigerians, most people are saying that many people are saying that they wanted to see whether the face of President Muhammadu Buhari will greet one of the currencies. But unfortunately, I think those people were maybe they were disappointed. We never see that today when the notes were unveiled. But from what I've seen, I'm an artist. It depends on the aesthetic values of Nigerians to feel that, okay, with what we have seen, is the old notes, whether the colors that were on it, whether they were better or whether they are not. We have the sense, it's a subject in art that we call art appreciation. How do we appreciate what we have? Is what we have better than what it is today? To me, I'm going to miss that colorful design of a 500 naira note, and the monochrome of the 1,000 naira note. Those are the kind of things that we may miss in this. But then, government felt that they have been around. Government felt that there should be a new introduction to meet some objectives according to the intention of government, like the CBN previously told us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adebayo, for explaining to the general public, because I know that many of us are laymen in this aspect. As far as many people are concerned today, it was just the color that was changed.
Color and change is also a design.
Like you have just said, it's just a design. And the government would have just told us
yes,
they will be changing the colors of the notes. And some people said also, from some of the comments I read about it, some of them said the naira has been switched to what it should be.
Yes.
For example, the 500 naira notes now carries, I think, the color, greenish color
of the 200 naira notes,
20 naira notes.
Yes,
that's the comment.
Yes.
The 500 now carries that of
1,000
now.
Yes.
1,000 now carry that of 50 naira.
The grayish bluish kind outlook of 50 naira.
And
yes,
somebody said that these monies, this 1,000 in about 3 years ago, the things you can buy with 1,000 you can't buy them again now. The things you could buy with 50 naira at that time is what you can buy. He said, are they stylishly devaluing the money? Because these colors they took them to are colors lower in the denominations in the past. Are you seeing any relationship in these things? Because some people say colors speak.
Thank you very much, but I don't think that merely swapping of the colors will speak to the values of the notes.
No, already the values have even gone to that, to the colors they have.
No. Well, I understand what you are saying, yes, but then we could not specifically say so. Yes. Are we saying that the value of 1,000 naira today amounts to 50 naira? Are we saying that the value of 500 naira today amounts to, is it 200 naira? I don't think so. The thing is that Nigerians are free to think that way because of the rate at which inflation has eaten into our currencies.
Yes.
Of course, you can know. And when people say that don't use the street value to determine how our economic looks, and I used to be worried that, okay, so what is it do you want us to use? We have to use the livelihood. In fact, if the National Bureau of Statistics, each time they want to give us the inflation rate, they always touch on the living standard. What is it and how much is it that a particular amount of money can buy against what you used to buy before? If my 100 naira can buy me a wrap of biscuit last month, NBC wants to know if that amount
Can
will
still
still
buy
buy
the
the
same
same
biscuits
and
now.
the same quality as at now. But then they are not. And Nigerians, of course, will be saying that even now, a bag of rice, as we head towards the Yuletide season, is going for as high as I've seen like something above 50,000 naira.
Yes, yes.
And this time 8 years ago, we were buying it for 8,000 naira. So it is
It was around 6,000.
maybe it depends on the
6,000 at
quality that we are
time,
buying, and
yes.
then you know that we did not even have significantly the local products in the country as we have
yes.
today. But now
Even the local products are
are
costly.
expensive. But now government is saying that the one we bring abroad, they are not safe, they are not hygienic, they have expanded their shelf life. But the one that we have now that are even
Cannot
locally
afford them.
produced,
They're not
they are high.
affordable.
And we thought that, like we had in the telecommunication sector, that when we have local capacity
Yes.
and when we
There's
have
no monopoly in the
competitive
yes.
market, you know,
Yes.
that this will force down the prices of the product. But unfortunately, and to make the matter worse, the flooding that occurred recently, even
before the
Even
flooding, sir,
then,
we're
but
just
then-
giving excuses of flooding.
but
again.
you know this is Nigeria. Everybody, every
everything.
businessman take
Dollar-
advantage almost of everything.
Low cost being in the market, that dawa.
Dollar is not determining things, and these are the kind of the multiplier effect on the economy that we have to look at. We may say that yes, dollar does not respond to, or the dawa does not respond to dollar, but the dawa respond to dollar indirectly.
How?
Thank you. The woman that is selling the dawa, she comes from from the farm to come
produce.
and process whatever it is that you are giving. We are living in a green environment where government is saying that you should not pollute the environment. Government is saying that you should not emit carbon and whatever it is into the atmosphere. That woman perhaps has to go and do his processing using gas or using any other means. Me and you are aware that when she goes to the farm and brings that product, she's going to go through a means of transportation. Nigeria does not produce oil. The petroleum products through which that woman is going to do her transportation
Has been taken
and
out
processing,
and brought in.
yes, so
With dollars.
so it has gone through that process, the landing cost, the every other thing. So when she's taking it to the market,
She has to put
his
everything
children
to
or her
consideration.
children will go to the school where the uniform, the fabric is brought from abroad, and the school has increased the school fees or the rate. So everything centers around a monopolized or a mono-economic system that we run, and that's why we are saying that this is not sustainable. So it is not sustainable. Those values that those naira had then are still not the same thing today. But with the color change or color swap, I can tell that the grayish, the blue grayish 50 naira, you know, is not the same thing as the blue
1,000
grayish
naira.
1,000 naira today. The value is still going to respond to the current value in the market. But then the perception, the aesthetic values, the satisfaction to own your naira, to say, yeah, I used to admire some currency, like 500 naira that I've been talking about. I love that currency. I don't know why. Not for anything. Maybe because I'm an artist. I look at the layout. I look at the colors. I look at the, you know. But then it doesn't stop anything. My 500 naira is still going to be my 500 naira. It changes nothing, except for the intention, like I said, the objectives that the government was trying to achieve, to get people to take money from their hiding, to take it back to reinflate the economy, which I think is reasonable anyway.
And thank you very much, Mr. Adebayo, for that very concise answer. However, if you look at for some time now, since October, the government has announced that it was going to redesign the naira, and so we should bring out the money from. By now, don't you think that since these monies are coming out of hiding, the economy should be better, like it was actually proposed? And up till now, maybe you are feeling the better economy, but I know that the whoos and cries in the public place is still the same. And as a matter of fact, the inflation is getting higher by the day. I go to the market, you go to the market. It doesn't seem to have affected anything as far as inflation and pricing is concerned. So do you want to say now that this particular redesigning is necessary?
Well, I would say that the intentions of government for redesigning this naira or the currency notes is very, very important. And I'm saying so because just I think today or yesterday we heard about the kidnap in Zamfara state
Yes.
of some villagers. And at the point of abduction, they are asking that a ransom of 5 million naira should be paid using the new currency notes. What that translates to is that with bearing every other circumstances, those bandits may not come out of their hiding to exchange their currencies. Those ransom that they have taken will be useless.
Are they the ones spending the ransom?
Whoever is it that is EC and others are on the lookout to what is happening. In fact, not just all these transactions we are talking about, including political spending and the transactions that are going on. And that tells you that we have a spying system that wants to understand that if, I mentioned it here before that, if I bring out, my salary, everybody knows that this is the amount that usually accrue to me, maybe monthly or whatever. And if suddenly that amount now jumps from what it used to be like about 1,000%, 200,000%, so somebody should be able to ask Mr. Adebayo, where did you get this from? So that is the intention of government. And if you don't bring this money at the end of the deadline, which is the 31st or so of January, use your currency either to fund your coal, to cook or whatever it is you want to use it for. So government is trying. Of course, we know, like I know that there are criminal elements that are hiding this money for the purpose of crime. And there are others that are hiding it because of the fear, the panic. When this government came, there was so inconsistency in values and in politics and policy. And they are feeling that, no, with this man, with this president, we may not be able to do well. Let's keep our money. And we have political elements that we are keeping their money for a time like this so that they can, saturate the political environment with money that cannot be accounted for. But may I ask, why would a sane individual who loves his country, who wants to contribute to the economic development of Nigeria, keep billions of money at home? So whether that money, the truth is that money will not immediately translate into values to Nigeria because you have money. The only thing that